I used $10,000 of my own money to test out Andrew Tate's crypto trading course, The Real World, for 4 months to see if I could 10x my money using the strategies found on this campus. And the results are quite surprising, so make sure you watch the whole video where I go over The Real World and my results. Now you may say I'm a crypto connoisseur. Last bull run, I found myself into 2 crypto Ponzi's, Ohm and Wonderland, if you remember those. And I turned my decent-sized gamble into a 30% gain in a week. But of course, I bought at the top and held my bags, losing thousands very quickly. So what if I get some real education about crypto, learn how to make a solid profit, and not be a victim to market psychology like I was last cycle? How will my results be then? Let's find out. As with any market, losing your money is your tuition fee for learning. So I decided to pay more tuition and pay $49 a month for Andrew Tate's Real World. And let's see these results. And as usual, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor.
You're broke! You're poor!
So when you log into the Real World, you see a couple things on my screen. You see you have the courses up here, and you have to go through some of these lessons to go through the buy signals. Now, this does have a lot of lessons. You have the fundamental crypto investing lessons. Then if you do the crypto investing masterclass, I'm currently on the test. You get invited to a super secret group chat where they go over crypto alpha and what they're investing in and strategies. Currently, I got 36 questions on this test right, so I'm still working to get my grade up on this. In the courses, I was surprised how intelligent the lessons actually are. You learn about statistics, shitcoins, market cycles, modern portfolio theory, z-scores, omega ratio, Sortino ratio. Like it's a literal college course, almost university. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the incredible graduates of the Matrix University.
Nice, Tate. Nice. Now, when you do some of the lessons, you also get access to different types of crypto chats, which you can see right here. I have the general chat, off-topic, investing. And there's a bunch of different courses, which I'm not going to get into in this video. But you also get daily AMAs with the crypto professor. You can ask him any questions and he responds every day, along with a daily investing analysis. So since June, I unlocked the relative strength portfolio, which is one of the portfolios, and it's a basic buy and hold strategy, which is using multiple different indicators and macro trends to time when to enter the position and when to exit out. And you'll learn all of this in the course to make your own system. They really do go in depth with it. The signals aren't overly complicated, which is why I decided to use my 10 grand with this relative strength portfolio. They do have a couple different portfolios. You have simple long-term investing, which is really just buying and holding. Strategic dollar cost averaging, which is when you figure out when to put a lump sum investment. And then you have the trend probability indicator, which is basically the trend for the macro condition. But so I waited for the relative strength portfolio for our first signal. And we finally got it on 6/20/2023 as the portfolio went long. I decided to keep my investing simple throughout this video. I did not buy any altcoins as mentioned in the course and on the screenshots. I allocated my portfolio strictly to Bitcoin and Ethereum because it's just easier to manage and easier to keep track. So I plopped my $10,000 into my MetaMask and I put $8,890 towards Bitcoin and $1,110 towards Ethereum, and then I waited. I watched Bitcoin continue to pump, then slowly dwindle back down till we got the sell signal on 7/25, where I made a total, wait for it, $27.38 on ETH, a 2.47% gain, and $89.27 on Bitcoin for a percent gain. Not a 10x, but not a bad start. But little did I know my luck was about to turn. On 8/8, we got another buy signal, and then the dump came just a day later, but I crawled away with a negligible loss due to the systems they have in place. And to be fair, the crypto professor wasn't convinced on this signal, and he had this to say in the chat. Yeah, fair enough. And then guess what we did? Nothing for a month. Literally crickets. And we just sat in cash, but sometimes if it's a trend following, things are like that. Exciting times, I know. But my boredom was destroyed on 9/19 as we got another buy as Bitcoin pumped really nicely. So I took my portfolio and put 80% into Bitcoin and 20% into ETH. But little did I know, we were just catching the top of the whip, and the sell signal came 2 days later for $192 loss in Bitcoin and $77 loss on Ethereum. So now my portfolio is officially in the red.
Oh no!
I sucked up some more copium for my small loss, and we got another buy signal on 10/2. The pump for all pumps to bring my portfolio back to the green. But turns out we missed the pump. Bitcoin already gained 7% in the past week, but we know Bitcoin rallies, it can keep going higher, right? So I waited for the week, and then we see this. The big fat red candle and saw Bitcoin dump, putting us all at a sell signal on 10/11. I lost 5% on Bitcoin, $393, and a 10% loss in ETH for minus $196, bringing my portfolio to 7.5% loss since where I originally started with $10,000. And now I'm at $9,266.50.
Oh no!
Definitely not a 10x, and even if I just bought in June and kept till now, I would have been at a 2% loss during that sell signal since 10/11. So the real world signals so far have been an L, considering I have been following these signals for over 4 months now. So I was going to wrap up this editing on this video about my sad portfolio and lack of gains. But on 10/15, we got another buy signal, and I figured this was another chop down low. Here goes another unsuccessful trade, as with the past ones. But I was wrong. Dude, look at this pump. Look at it. And I bought here. As of recording right now on 10/27/2023, I have an insane gain. We bought on 10/15. Right now I'm sitting at a 25% gain in 11 days. So that is definitely a pump for all pumps right there. And we got it on the 15th right before the pump. Now, when do we sell? Is this the last pump before the nuke till we have the halving? I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. Either way, I am assuming this will be a successful trade using the systems in the real world to make up for all the other trades. Either way, my 10 grand in Bitcoin and Ethereum is doing really nicely, and I don't have an exact percentage because we didn't sell yet, but I'm definitely in the green. Despite the poor trades over the past couple months and then catching this giant pump really early, I'm impressed with the real world's crypto course, even if it had some false signals throughout this time period. Which is really no fault to them. Trading is much harder when not in a trending market, so I acknowledge that, especially if you're using a trending system. The knowledge you get about statistics when it comes to investing, modern portfolio theory, how to develop a real trading system is really worth every penny, and $49 is honestly quite cheap. There are many lessons I am taking that will apply to my own trading and investing from now on that I learned in Andrew Tate's course. I can't speak for the other courses in the real world, but the crypto course is much better than anything you'll ever find on YouTube. No referral link for the real world, but if you want to support the channel, please click the like button down below and subscribe. And if you want to give me nice TradingView indicators, please use my referral link for TradingView. I'm tired of only having 2 indicators and having to switch them on and off on screen all the time. I just don't want to pay for it, to be honest. But just keep in mind, time is running out to buy Bitcoin as I outlined right here. Don't be left in the dust. And don't be complaining to me if it also drops a substantial amount in the short term as I outlined in that video. Peace.